differently. Definitely, you did things differently. And a lot of this group also feels like they do things differently from how others do it. So when you get raised eyebrows, what can you do? In your case, listeners, but for most of us here from workmates or even kamag-anaks, di ba? How do you create your own path that you weren't really sure if it existed?
I think, like, for me, as cliche as it may sound, being authentic, being true to myself, because who I am on the radio, that is really who I am. I hardly have any filter. That may be a good or a bad thing, but it's something I kind of fine-tuned through the years. I'm no longer as bastos. This is really who I am, and I've always been unapologetic about who I am. This is me. My parents love me. My family loves me. So if there are people out there who I might be too much for, then that's okay because this is who I am.
I'm sure you got kababaing tao. Di ba yung mga ganun pa? How do you deal with that?
Yung kababaing tao part, it was hard to hear at first because I heard it from a former boss. He's no longer there, but he was my #1 critic, and not in a good way. He was not yung tipong boss na would tell you na, oh, improve on this, improve on this, improve on this, because he wants you to become better. He's the type of boss that just wants to put you down. Is there anyone out here who has experienced that? Meron lang talagang mga ganon. And matigas na yung ulo ko, matigas yung ulo, but I knew that what I was doing was not just working for me, but was #1. The most important thing for me ever since I got into this job was to make people happy, to make people laugh. And I was making people laugh. I was making people happy. Like, strangers would approach me in like mall and say, sobrang nakakatawa ka. Alam mo yun? Not a single person has ever said, mo nakaka-offend ka. Kapal naman na mukha nila kung gawin na medyo sobrang brave naman nun. But I knew that I was doing what I set out to do, which is to make people happy. Maybe minsan I toe the line, but I'm very careful naman not to like completely like go splat on the line. Meron din naman akong limits, you know. And for people who would tell me na medyo sobra ka na, parang I would see them as people who are trying to clip my wings in a way, and I didn't want to let them do that. So if there are adjustments that I have made to my personality, that's my choice. It's not because I listened to what anyone else said.
It's hard to have a job where you make people happy when you're having a bad day. Just a quick tip before we go to Nico on how to still power through and smile on a day that you wake up and you're really feeling like,
oh God. Okay, here come. Okay, wow. My mom passed away a month ago.
oh my gosh, Tin, I'm so sorry.
Ano ba? And I knew it would be hard for me to go back to work, but I also knew that I loved working. So about 2 weeks after my mom died, like against everyone's advice, like everyone was saying, take more time, okay lang. Even my bosses were saying, more, sige, pahinga ka lang. I knew na working would help me. On my way to work, I was driving, I was crying. When I parked, I was crying. In the elevator, I was crying. But when I turned on the mic, it was magic. It's like, wow. Magic talaga. Parang di ko alam kung paano nangyari, but it was like, when I turned on the mic, like the tears turned off. And my mom kasi would listen to me eh. Like, I was just imagining na, okay, she wouldn't like me breaking down. She wouldn't like me not doing my best because of what I'm going through. And, you know, I've powered through a lot of things like breakups and ganyan. But I really think it's because I love what I do. And I found the thing that powers my spirit. And I think when that happens to you, like no matter how hard your day is, no matter what you're facing, when you're there and you love what you do, everything is just so easy.
Sabi naman. Sorry.
It's okay.
Totoo talaga lahat ng tao kahit hindi mo kang may pinagdadaanan.